Hi, this is Helena, and in this video I wanted to share 4 mistakes that you should avoid when you're trying to attract the man you want using your feminine energy. These are really common. I see them all the time in my clients and in the comment sections of some of my videos here on YouTube, so you might be surprised at how many of these you're doing without even realizing it. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, click the button to subscribe to get all of my videos on how to attract the man and the relationship you want. So let's get started. These 4 mistakes I want you to avoid have a lot to do with some really common misconceptions or myths around feminine energy. And I'm just gonna jump right in today. The first thing I want you to avoid doing is just thinking that feminine energy means just waiting around for a man and letting him come and go as he pleases. And the myth here is that, being in your feminine energy just means like letting a guy do whatever he wants and you're just gonna be there waiting and you can't ever make any moves or initiate anything. I have a great video on my channel actually on 4 ways to initiate with a man while staying in your feminine energy. So I'll include a link to that one in the description underneath this video. If you guys have any questions about that video should clarify it. But also let me know any questions or comments you have down below in the comment section. I always love hearing from you, and I think it's really important to shine a light on some of these misconceptions or mistakes that can be easy to slip into without even realizing it. So that's the first one, thinking that feminine energy means just kind of being so passive and waiting around for a man and just letting him do whatever he wants, right? A woman who's truly in her empowered feminine energy doesn't wait for anyone, right? She's on her path and she trusts that if a man is truly right for her and he's interested, he's gonna wanna jump on that path with her and create a life together, right? He's not going to jeopardize his opportunity to be with her. He's gonna wanna get in your schedule and in your life so he doesn't lose you to another man, for example, right? So it's not about just waiting endlessly for a man. It's just the opposite, actually. If you're waiting for a man, you're very kind of focused on him and you wanna zoom out, take that focus off of him and put it on yourself and your own life, something I always say, and that's what you want to do instead. So that's the first mistake. The second mistake that you really want to avoid is thinking that, being in your feminine energy means just being perfect all the time. And this could just not be further from the truth, too. Being perfect comes across to a man like when you're trying to be perfect and you're kind of walking on eggshells around him. It's not attractive. It comes across as kind of stiff and inauthentic. And I can totally be a perfectionist. I have a little OCD going on myself. So I understand this tendency for sure, right? This is nobody's perfect at, trying to be perfect, or nobody's perfect with any of this. It's not about being perfect or never making any mistakes. The truth is a woman who's truly confident can really kind of laugh at herself. And I think it's much better to say something like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what I just did right there, or tell a story that was kind of embarrassing. These moments bring us closer and they create intimacy, because who can't relate to having awkward moments or kind of slipping up? And of course, it's not about putting yourself down or being super self-deprecating in front of a man, of course, but a woman who truly loves herself and is truly confident can kind of be transparent and let it all hang out sometimes. And a man likes that. That's, being in that juicy feminine energy that's fun and playful and lighthearted. So forget perfection. Perfection is boring. You want to be yourself. You want to let a man see who you really are, because that's what lets the right man for you know that you're the one, and he'll want to pursue you when you're showing your true authentic self. Very, very important. And that brings me to the third mistake you want to avoid, and that is thinking that feminine energy means doing things like giving to a man constantly, or being super nurturing, or over functioning, or doing things for him like cooking and cleaning. And that's not what feminine energy is. In fact, a lot of those things involve masculine energy, because they're about doing things and taking action. Giving, in my opinion, is a masculine energy trait, while leading back and receiving is a feminine energy trait. So receiving and responding are very feminine energy qualities. So it's not about just taking from a man Giving back to him is fantastic. You just want to do it from a place where your cup's overflowing because his energy is coming towards you and he's been doing things for you and showing up and following through, and things are feeling good. When you're giving from a place of lack, it's always counterproductive. It always leads to more feelings of lack. So don't do things like cooking and nurturing and giving to a man in hopes that you'll kind of get something back from him in return in terms of his attention or commitment or affection or love, right? You want to be giving back to a man coming from a place of total, fullness and feeling complete and happy within yourself. And the last mistake here is thinking that feminine energy means just kind of being weak or being a doormat, kind of that damsel in distress energy. That's actually wounded feminine energy. We can talk some more about that in another video if anyone's interested. But, being independent is a turn on to men. I mean, ask any man around. I mean, a whole healthy man loves an independent woman. So just because you're ambitious and independent and you make a lot of money, those are all such great things. I'd love to do some more videos on that. That's a woman in her empowered feminine and her empowered masculine. You want to be in both of those energies. And, the extreme of this is where people get into trouble. When you're so independent that a man feels like there's just no place for him in your life, or you're so busy that you just can't fit him into your schedule, or you just don't need him for anything. Men love to feel needed, but, being strong and independent is a fantastic, attractive thing. You just want to balance it out with being able to receive from a man and express yourself to him and talk about your feelings and get into your emotions and connect with his heart in that feminine way. So that's what I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with this down below in the comment section. If this sparked anything for you, if you'd like a video on any one of these or really anything else, let me know down below in the comment section. I always love hearing from you. And if you're ready to attract the man you want into a lasting, committed relationship, check out my free report and audio training on my website. It's called 3 Keys to Attract the Man You Want. Totally free at helenahartcoaching.com. I'll post a link to that in the description right under this video. I love you guys. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.